Hi there, Joka here, and in this video I'm sharing with you my projects that I've created with the Spellbinders April 2022 large die kit. So here you can see the parts of the die kit. There's quite a few pieces. There's this larger piece, that's the body of the camera. Then these two circles that will help you build the objective. I think it is the objective. Those pieces actually don't all belong there, but at this point, I mean, this was the first time I saw the kit. I did not know where everything goes. I also had to look at the graphic that you guys will also get if you get the kit, just, you know, to help me figure out where the small pieces go, or, you know, I'm not using something the wrong way. So I'm just showing you the pieces here, but you will see later how they come together. And I chose to work with this old Fancy Pants 6x6 paper pad because it's fun, it's summery, and the colors are great. So I die cut everything. This muffin looking piece is actually supposed to be upside down, and then it's the button at the top of the camera. As you can see, I die cut everything from pattern paper and heavyweight white cardstock, and I'm now gluing everything together. Obviously you don't have to do this. I always do if I use pattern papers, because pattern papers are thin and I don't like you know, wobbly projects. I like them to be sturdy, so I prefer to do this extra step. I know it takes time, but I don't know, I just like the effect, and it also gives a really nice dimension. And now I'm putting together these pieces. I think these are quite straightforward. You will see how they all fit together. There's this strip of paper at the bottom, which again you would find figure it out as well, because it's exactly the same shape as the bottom of that camera piece. And then there's this teeny tiny accent piece that's there, I guess, for the to represent the reflection, or, you know, the, I don't even know, but you know, you will see kind of has that effect. And then there's a couple of different three different flowers. This is one of them, 2 layers, and then there's the center piece, and then this other one, I guess you can use them separately. I just used them the way they were on the graphic, and this is how you put them together. It's 3 layers and some kind of greenery at the bottom. And then there's this simple 5-petal flower, and that button that looks like a muffin. Then another button. I actually later realized I didn't even need to do these things because I completely covered them up. So then this here is the strap, for the camera. You will see that as well, how that's assembled. And then this one is a stem for the flowers. Again, I backed this with a heavyweight cardstock, even though this was already color cardstock, but I still thought, because it's so skinny, it would be nicer if it was stronger. Okay, and you know, the way I work, I die cut everything first. Of course, while I'm putting together the cards, it's likely that I still have to do some die cutting if I change my mind on a color or pattern, or I forgot something. It happens. But I try to die cut everything first, and then if I work in parallel on several similar cards, I usually glue most of the things together of offline, and then I show you the, so that I can, you know, so I can move them out of the way, because you could see that I really don't have space. So I glue those together, I put them aside, and then I move on to the second one, which is this one. In this case, this camera, I left the one for the video that is not also not difficult or complicated, but it's more complicated than the other camera that I did, because there my objective is just two pattern paper circles, and in this case I actually die cut those little shapes from multiple times, I think 8 times, from white cardstock and also from pattern paper, and now I'm building that in that circle. And for this you actually need to use the large circle. I thought it would be the smaller one, and I actually die cut a nice pattern paper background, which I was planning to put behind this rainbow color circle, but then it turned out that's yeah, I would cover that up. So in the end I just die cut another white cardstock circle, and now I'm building the rainbow on it. And instead, because I really wanted to have an edge around it, so I just use both circle dies and die cut this big circle here for the edge, and that's from gold metallic cardstock, and also some of the little accents I die cut from this cardstock. It's from Nouveau, actually. I think it's I never remember, but I think it's satin gold it's called. It's kind of like a matte type of gold, and I'm trying to figure out how to put it together, or what I want to do. Yeah, later on the video, I don't know, I probably should have edited out more. You will see my way of, well, my process of elimination, so to say, because yeah, it takes me a long time to figure out what I want to wear, and I think I left it in the video. Maybe you're not gonna be very entertained by it, but yeah, let's see. Maybe somebody finds it useful, or just, you know, it's relieved that they are not alone, or at least I hope other people work that way as well. Anyway, I am going with 5x7-inch card bases, because these die cuts are large, and I actually love this format so much, and I realize it every time I make a card this size, and then I totally forget about it again, because I don't know, for some reason I automatically grab A2 size, and I don't know, I just realize every time I hold this size, it feels better in my hands. I know that probably sounds stupid, but yeah, I have large hands, so large cards, I don't know, they just fit better. Anyway, these are large dies. I guess you could probably use them on a slimline card, although if I look at it, that's probably 4.5 inches wide. So yeah, a slim card is smaller, but I guess you can just create your own card sizes. I mean, I never have envelopes for any sizes that I create, because we have different envelope sizes, so yeah, it doesn't matter what size I create, really. So now I'm trying to figure out what to put where. I definitely want to create some layers, so some of them I am tucking behind the camera body, and then maybe you could see earlier that I was gluing those camera pieces together with foam tape, so there's dimension, and also that I can tuck some leaves and flowers behind those layers. And then I had to die cut a few extra pieces of leaves because once I started arranging them on the card base, it felt like I had gaps which I didn't like, and I wanted to cover those with some greenery. And the cardstock mostly is from Spellbinders, so the two types of greens. And what else did I use? No, the light pink textured one is from Basil. And other than that, I think I only used pattern paper. Oh no, the black cardstock is also Spellbinders. And for my background, since this is a 5x7 card, the 6x6 paper pad was not enough. So I actually had to dig out my large 12x12 papers from this collection, which I also have. All my fancy pants stuff is in my kid's room. I'm terrible, but I do. Well, he has a Kallax shelf, or well, one of these things that is good for scrapbooking, because it's exactly that size as the 12x12 papers. So I have a few boxes full of scrapbook stuff there. But yeah, I mean, I needed larger paper for the background. So I trimmed those actually off camera. So, but I just cut a 5x7 rectangle and I added it to a white card base. And you can see that I'm, excuse me, that I'm shifting pieces from here to there. I don't know why I do that. Some people do this so quickly, but it has to look right for my eyes. I don't know what else to say about it. So the flowers actually, or the stems, they have some leaves as well that you can use with them or attach them to the stem if you want. I did on one piece, I think, but the others I just covered up with these leaves, and then you cannot even see them. And then I realized that I used too many stems on this card, and I didn't have enough left for the other card, so I had to just cover up that part. Maybe for many people this card is too busy, but I don't know. This is me. This is how I like it. So I added more flowers. And instead of the sentiments that come with the kit, I used my new favorite, these little tabs or labels or tags. I don't remember what they are called, but they came out last month. I'm gonna link them in the description box below, and they work well with a Glimmer set. And I absolutely adore hot foiled sentiments, so that's why I added that. But there were, I think, 3 sentiments. One of them is definitely smile. The format of the sentiment you probably already know. It's like they used to have in the truck. There was a truck that, what was it? I think it was called Trucking Through the Seasons or something. And some other die sets had that similar sentiment as well. Now for my second card, it's pretty much the same, just from different pattern papers. And then you see here the objective is very simple. It's just 2 different pattern paper circles. And since I didn't think ahead, I put too much foam tape on this. I needed the sides to be free so that I could tuck my flowers there. And this is what I said. I didn't have a stem for that one, so I'm just going to have to hide it. And again, I'm kind of layering the flowers very similarly to the previous one, but here I have pink flowers because the camera front is the same yellow-green paper that I used for the flowers on the other card. This color is actually one of my favorites, this yellow-green, and it's, I think this is this, and there was a pink paisley collection called Citrus Bliss, I think, that had this color, and then one basic gray. So I only have 3 collections that had this color. So I'm hoarding those, as you can imagine. I don't know about you, but I love older scrapbook collections so much. And not the vintage style ones from I don't know how many years ago. I mean, I only started scrapbooking in 2015. So these are all later than that. I mean, they came out later than that, but they are still old now. I think this must be, I don't even know. I think when we were in the US last time, I think 2017 is when I first bought a die cutting machine. And I remember I was creating a traveler's notebook on holiday because I knew that I was gonna forget everything, you know. We were in the US for 3 weeks, and we were traveling a lot, so I wanted to document it. So every evening in the hotels I was sorry, creating this traveler's notebook, and this is the collection that I used for it. So that's why I remember. So that was new 5 years ago then. Oh God, years are really flying by. It's like it was yesterday. Anyway, so you see, I probably didn't need to leave all this in the video, especially twice, but maybe it helps somebody. I don't know. I hope. So the arrangement is a little bit different. I'm not going to put the flowers, the little flowers in the same position. And now I'm going to add a little bit of twine to create a little bow. And I'll add some foam tape to that tag, just so that it seems like it's coming off there. I was actually considering adding these sentiments to the strap of the camera, but then I already forgot about it, so I glued it together, and I didn't want to take it apart. So, but maybe it wouldn't have looked good anyway. I don't know. I cannot imagine at the moment. Okay, so once I add these 3 little flowers, I only have one thing left to do, I believe, and you can probably guess what that is. And then it's done. I really, really, really love this kit. I think it's beautiful, and I think you can achieve so many different looks with it. I saw some of the projects of the other ladies, and they are also different, and you can create very creative shaped cards with it. I'm not very clever that way. I just always go with the simple look, you know, layered, and that's it. So here are my 2 cards. I hope you like them. I hope I could give you some kind of inspiration, maybe the pattern papers, I don't know. I just hope it helps. Thank you very much for watching, and I see you next time. Bye bye.